Hi guys, welcome, come on in. I needed to wash my hair very badly, so that's what's happening here. I did blow dry my bangs, so I didn't look totally crazy. But Saint just started their Valentine's Day promotion, so I thought we would go live and do our one compact cream makeup system and talk a little bit about it. So whenever you tune in, say hi, tell me where you're watching from. I always love hearing from you guys. I did record how I blew out my bangs. I'm probably gonna have to touch them up after this because I'm gonna clip them back. But I did record that. I'm gonna record my hair using my new Lay Volume, but I need it to air dry a little bit more. So can we just ignore the hair for a minute? I'll have that video up soon and we're gonna do makeup, okay? So Saint One Compact Cream Makeup System. I have been using this makeup since 2020. And yes, I still use my Olive Rose. I get that all the time. Anytime I talk about Saint, I still love my Olive Rose. They're just completely different. So Olive Rose is a extension of my skincare is how I like to refer to it. It is a waterless skin tint and there's nothing else like it on the planet, which is pretty wild. It's the first of its kind hydroxytyrosol based skin tint. Looks like this. And same with their contours, their blushes, their concealers, all of those. But there's just something really magical about having all of your makeup in one place. And I always go back to it anytime I want to add more coverage, anytime I want to do some really structured contouring and highlighting. This is my go-to. I love that you can interchange it. You can completely customize it depending on what your desires, needs are, whatever it is. I do have a new brush I want to try. This is a new brush from Saint. It's called the Pilot Brush, and it has 4 brushes in one. So this pops off, and then you've got this thicker one. You can use it for eyeshadow or contouring. Another smaller one, and then you've got this side. So that's really cool. So we're going to try this out today. And then I'm going to turn on my trigger word really quick. So if you have any questions, you can find all the things there. They are doing a promotion right now. When you spend $60 on the Saint website, you are going to get, sorry, hold on. You're going to get a free Dahlia lip and cheek. Dahlia is so gorge. It is a really pretty hot pink. I'll have to dig out my other palette. It might be right there. I'll look. But it's a really pretty, bright, hot pink. And you'll get that for free if you spend $60. Plus, there's new launches. I did order the new stuff. I just haven't received it yet because I was late to ordering it. But it all launched today. If you want to get your hands on it, go check it out. I do have a keyword. Just say the word info, need, want, details. And I'll send you my link and you can go browse. If you have any questions or need a color match, you can fill out my color match form, okay? All right, this is taking a minute because it didn't copy over to my other page the right way. Okay, we're good on both pages now. Let's get started. You love your Saint makeup. I love my Saint makeup, like with a exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Like it is fantastic. And it looks beautiful on mature skin even. I know that's like the biggest thing that people are concerned with is this gonna look okay with my mature skin? And the answer is yes. My mom still uses her Saint makeup and she's gonna be 65 this year. So I think that's pretty amazing. I am gonna be 37 and I love the way Saint still looks on my skin. And even like my nieces use Saint. So I definitely think it's for all skin types and it looks and wears really beautifully. Hi Stacy, how are you, girl? Haven't seen you in a minute. You doing okay? We are rainy. Can you guys hear the rain? It's raining and it's cloudy, gloomy. I was just asking the girls if they wanted to go out and about and they were like, it's just rainy and I want to stay cozy. They don't have school today. So I thought we would go out and maybe go to like the coffee shop. They have a really cute like chessboard at one of the coffee shops that we go to. And Quinn loves to play chess, so I thought we could go, but she doesn't want to go out. What, Hayden?
Can I play it on the tablet?
Yes. No YouTube.
Okay.
And then if you're going to be on the tablet, turn the TV off so the internet's not overloaded.
Okay.
Okay. Busy starting flower seeds. You go, girl. I actually went to Walmart yesterday and I saw they had like all the seeds out and the little like starter tin things, you know, plastic things. I haven't even gotten there yet. I don't get that much sun in my house to do like starters. My mom usually does it because she has like a really nice like sunroom. So I haven't even thought about that. We had like fake spring this last week. It was like in the 60s all week. And then now we're raining and it's gonna be cold again this week. So I'm just being patient. But good job, that's amazing. I bet that feels really good. Hi Jessica, how are you? Come on in. I'm just doing my eyebrows really quick and I'm actually using a eyeshadow color in the shade Coal. It just matches my eyebrows literally perfect. And I'm using the line brush, which is also from Saint. And it's just so like nice and dense, like the brush itself. So it's not like too soft to where when you do the hair like strokes, it bends, you know? So I love this brush for getting like, just doing my eyebrows. That's what we're doing. I did have a little bit of brow gel in my eyebrows already, but that was it. Other than that, on my skin, all I have on is skincare. So if you're interested in the skincare I use, I would love to help you. You could just say the word info, need, want, details, and I'll send you over the skincare quiz. But you can always just message me and tell me like what your main skincare concerns are, or your skin type, and or preferably both. And then I can make recommendations to start out with, because I know a lot of people say that the skincare quiz feels overwhelming. If you feel that way, just message me and I can help you kind of simplify it. Maybe start with like 3 or 4 products. There's also still 14% off my skincare website. So if you guys were wanting to try the skincare or restock, now would be a really good time. And then I believe orders of $149 are getting a free Love Duo. If I'm wrong, yell at me, but that's what I heard last, unless it's already sold out. Use grow lights. Oh, awesome. I should probably look into those. Okay, so let's do our makeup, shall we? This is the One Compact Cream Makeup System. I obviously have a big palette going on because I love options and I like to keep all my powders mostly separate from my creams. But they just launched a new size. It's a 6 palette. So it's like this, and then it's thinner. I bought the swatch one. It's like a pink one. Let me see if I can look it up and show you. I did order them. I just haven't received them yet. There's like a pink one that is like Dahlia swatched, and it is so pretty. And then there's this other one that has like shadows, and I just think it's so beautiful. Yeah, like flower shadows. Look how pretty. So this is one of them. Isn't that so gorge? And it fits 6 big tins or 12 eyeshadows. And then this is the other one that I just love. It's actually Dahlia, which is the lip and cheek, like swatched all over it. Isn't that so gorge? And then they have 2 different lip and cheeks that they launched that are new, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, there's a color called Iman. I ordered it. It looks stunning. And then there's another one called Pink Flamingo. Aren't they so gorgeous? And they're both semi-gloss. So they're going to be really user-friendly and have a little bit of a sheen. And then, what else? There's also a room spray, like a room and linen spray, which is new. And then some of the other newer launches, which are like these. They're so great. They're like lipsticks, but kind of like, it's like lip gloss meets, or lip balm meets lipstick. I love them. Maybe we'll use them today. You're getting ready to put a chocolate bundt cake in the oven. I saw, do you guys follow Emily Kaiser? I'm sure most of you do because she's just like a huge influencer. But she made this chocolate bundt cake the other day for like this friends, Galentine, friends, I was gonna say Friendsgiving, but it's Galentine's. It looked insane. And it kind of made me want to try to bake for like half a second, but then I got over it. So maybe you should try it, Mom. It looked amazing. Okay. So again, this is the Pilot brush. It has 4 brushes in one, and we're going to give it a go. So I think I want to use this like smaller one right here. I guess you could probably use it for eyeshadow too, for sure, but I'm actually going to just go into both of these real quick and then go clean up like underneath my eyebrows and then even out my eyelids. But I mean, we've always thought the double-sided brushes was cool. So they said, let me make one with 4 brushes. So cool. I love that it's black too. It's like a different feel. I get asked all the time about black brushes because I actually got some for like an incentive that they did where they sent me like a little set of black brushes. And I don't use them very often with you guys because you guys can't get them. And I get asked for black brushes all the time. So if you guys want a black brush, the Pilot brush is going to give you 4 brushes in one, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like the 3D foundation brush, but then it has like maybe like a blend side and then an eyeshadow side over here. But I'm going to use it for cream. Amazing. So for my brightening shade, I am using the shade, I'm kind of mixing two. I'm mixing Candlelit and Palace. Palace is like a really pinky undertoned highlight, and it's really great for brightening. So I'm using it to brighten my eyelids. Hi Debbie, how are you? How's the UK treating you? What's the weather like? Tell me all about it. We are raining and dark. Feels like maybe we're in the UK right now. Canadian Groundhog Day said we have an early spring, but the American Groundhog said that you have an extended winter. I don't know. I feel like he's been saying the exact same thing every single year. I just buckle up until about May. Once May's here, then I'm like, okay, now I can settle down. All right. Mom, the girls said that they don't want to go out after all. They are being lazy today with the weather, they said. There is one side that doesn't feel like super secure, so I wonder if I have to put it on the right side. Oh yeah, that's better. This still feels a little loose. I don't know if it's mine or if that's the way it is. All right, so for makeup, I usually do like a traditional style. I like do my main color all over, then I go in with my contour and all those, but I kind of want to do like the old school 3D foundation way. If you guys want to see it a certain way, let me know. I'm just going to see if I can find Dahlia. I don't know if I have her in here. Let's see if I have her over here. So many palettes, you guys, it's unreal. I probably need to do something better than have them all over the place. Oh, I think that might be Dahlia. Let's see. No, this is Strawberry Shortcake, but Dahlia kind of looks like this. Whoa, kind of looks like that. All right, let's get started. It's freezing cold there. I can imagine. What are you doing? Are you just laying low? All right, I don't see anybody making recommendations on how I should apply this, so I'm just gonna go right into it. So we're gonna do it the old school way, where we just pick it up with our fingers and kind of place them on our face like so, and then we blend it up. This is a really great way if you are like new to contouring and highlighting, because it feels a little less like scary, I guess, because you're basically just like finger painting. And what's really cool about Saint is that all of their creams have coverage. So like normally when you're doing like a contour using a different product, they just have like a sheer color, whereas Saint's contour actually has coverage, so you can actually use it without having foundation underneath. I've really been liking doing this lately. I just feel like it like sharpens my jaw a little bit. Okay, and then for my foundation, I'm gonna mix these two. So I'm kind of in between my summer color and my winter. I just don't really like to commit to having to be full candlelit because it really hurts my feelings. So I like to mix sandy and candlelit for my all over color. And when I say mix, like I'm literally just bebopping, boop, boop. And then placing it in the areas where your foundation should be. Okay? And then I'll just grab a little candlelit and put it here. All right, and then for my brightening color, which is under my eyes, I'm gonna mix candlelit and Palace. Palace and candlelit make such a really pretty, like peachy color, and it does a really good job at brightening my under eyes. And I place it on the sides of my nose and then kind of go up into this corner, but I don't overload my under eyes. And then I'll take whatever, like a little tiny bit of it and put it right here on the outer corner, and then we're gonna blend everything out. I'll also put a little candlelit right here in the center of my nose. And right here. Okay, crazy, I know, but it's all gonna come together. So I think I'm gonna go in with this fluffy side, and I'm gonna go into the contour first and just kind of start pressing it to blend it out. My contour shade is the color Olive, I believe. I go back and forth between Olive and Cedar. And the trick to getting a really good, easy blend with cream makeup is, one, if you're gonna apply it onto your face like this with your finger, when you're first like smushing your finger into the cream, kind of run it back and forth to warm it up, and then it'll go on a lot softer and smoother. And then also make sure your skin is prepped, meaning do a good skincare regimen, especially if you have mature skin. So mature skin moves a lot when you're pressing a brush onto it. And also it tends to be a little more dull and not as hydrated as like youthful, fresh skin. So making sure you do a really good like hydrating regimen, or if you're like, no ma'am, I'm not gonna do that, just go in with a really good moisturizer before. I really like this. It's so soft, but it's blending it out really nicely. Okay, now I'm gonna use the same brush, same side, and I'm just going to start blending out that foundation color, doing like a stippling pressing motion. So soft. It's crazy how soft this is. I have not done my makeup like this in so long, like in a one layer method. I can already tell it's gonna look so pretty. And I can go back in and deepen up my contour if I feel like I need to, but honestly, I think it's gonna do its job. Also, if it's getting too dark in here, like if you can't see me very well, can you yell at me? Or if I'm like looking fuzzy or anything, it's probably because I don't have enough light going on in here. I could plug in my ring light. It's very, very gloomy and dark outside. So just yell at me. Center of my forehead, just kind of blending it out, and then like softly marrying it to the contour. And then I'm gonna flip over to this pointy side, and then we're gonna blend out the under eye. Like that. I am so blown away at how incredibly soft this brush is. It like feels good on your skin. So pretty. Okay, so I always start here on the side of my nose because the side of your nose can handle more makeup, right? And then I work my way into that like more delicate area underneath the eye. Just doing like stippling, pressing motions to blend it into the under eye, but not load it full of makeup. Look how pretty. Again, we are doing like a little promotion for Saint for Valentine's Day, and it's if you spend $60 on the website until the 18th, I believe, you'll get a free Dahlia lip and cheek. And there's also a few new products. There's this 2 6 palettes I showed you guys. And then there's also 2 lip and cheek newer lip and cheeks. And they look gorgeous. I did order them. I just haven't received them yet. I was late to ordering them. Look how pretty. All one layer of makeup. I have a phantom hair. Where are you? It's so dark in here. Dang, it looks so pretty. I need to get the hair though. Where are you? Can you guys see me okay? Or is it getting dark? I feel like it's across my eye or something. Hayden, did you put water to boil? Yeah. I can hear it, babe. Okay. If you're gonna do that, you need to stay in the kitchen. Sorry if I just yelled at you guys. I was like, what am I hearing? All right, you see me clear. Okay, good. Okay, good. Look how pretty. Could probably blend out this a skosh more. If you haven't done your makeup like this in a minute, you should try it. It looks so pretty. All right, now we need some color. We absolutely need some color. I need to feel colored and bright for my pale skin right now. But we have a nice even base. Now I'm just gonna kind of bebop between these two. I'm gonna go right here and right here. This is my contour and my bronzer. I do that so that my bronzer isn't like too warm on my skin. Been trying to get away from like using too orangey of a bronzer. So I kind of just mix the two. It gives me like a nice soft warmth, especially for right now because I don't really have a tan or anything, so I don't want it to like just stand out. Just want like structure. So we're just gonna place that right on top where the sun would naturally kiss your face. I don't really care about my forehead because I'm gonna have my bangs down. So we're just gonna go in to blush now. So I don't have Dahlia in my extra lip and cheeks. I know I have it somewhere. Oh, look, here it is. This is the free lip and cheek. Obviously it'll be full size, but this is the free lip and cheek that you'll get if you spend $60. So let's try it. I haven't worn this obviously in a very long time, but it's a beautiful color for spring. I do, Mom, I do. This brush, I cannot get over how it feels on my skin. It is so soft. Maybe I went a little extra with this blush at first. Whoa, that's okay, we can blend it out. Such a pretty color. I'm gonna flip over to this side that we used to blend out our under eye. I'm just gonna go over that edge of Dahlia just to kind of mute it, marry it to the under eye a little bit better. And I've been placing my blush mostly here on the center of my face, just because when I have my bangs down, like you won't be able to see the blush if I place it high up. So I like it just here in the center of my face. No, they didn't redo their brushes. This is just a new brush. It's called the Pilot brush, and it's kind of like, it's like the 3D foundation brush. No, that's not the 3D, that's above. Hold on. Here it is. It's like the 3D foundation brush, but this one has more brushes inside. So it's got 4 brushes in one. You guys, where's that hair at? Oh, I think I got it. It's like a cat hair. Look. Can you see that? That's a cat hair. Yeah, but it's so soft. I can't get over how soft it is. Okay, so that was Dahlia. This is the lip and cheek you can get for free if you spend $50. $60, sorry. All right. Now, what are we gonna do? I don't know about an eyeshadow. What do you guys think? Just keep it simple. If you guys, I'll wait a few minutes and you guys can tell me. But for now, I'm gonna go in with my Olive Rose setting spray. I love this stuff, especially if you have dry skin or love a glowy finish or just want a really good refreshing mist. This is it. It has sodium hyaluronate in it, so it's gonna be really good for hydration, plumping, and firming. It also has hydroxytyrosol, which is a really powerful antioxidant, and it has olive leaf cell extract, which is also an antioxidant. It smells like real fresh roses, not like the synthetic rose smell. It smells like wonderful, and it leaves your skin just like really glowy and hydrated. I love it. So we're gonna let that dry. You're looking for peachy colored eyeshadows. I don't have very many peachy colors in my palette because I've been trying to stick with more cool tones, but I love a good peachy eye. I think it's so beautiful. This one right here is called, I think it's Bubba. That one's a really great warm, no, this one's Butterscotch. Oh my gosh, I stuck my finger in it. This one's called Butterscotch. It's a really great transition color. This is called Drift. It's a wonderful color to pop in your inner corner. Let's see what else I have just like right here without having to pull out all my other stuff. Here's one right here. It's more orangey, kind of rusty, and that one's called Moscow. And then this one is called Bubba. It's a little lighter than Butterscotch. Let's see what else I have in here. Oh, snap. What is this? Are these eyeshadows or is this? This is not eyeshadows. That is Demi, which are your color correctors. Anyway, if you want and you need help finding some good peachy colors, you can always send me a message, and I have a bunch of swatches of the eyeshadows, and I can help you put together your own palette. Or you can fill out my color match form, and then in the notes, you can say, I want some peachy eyeshadows, and then I can build you a palette with your colors and some eyeshadow options. All right, look at my skin, guys. It looks insane. Wow. Okay. I don't think anybody answered about eyes, or yeah, they said simple. So I don't really use it to set my makeup, Stacey, so I can't say for sure. I personally use it to hydrate my makeup before going in with any sort of powders. And when I do set with powders, like I'll go in with my Olive Rose first on top of my creams to hydrate, and then I go in with my powders if I'm gonna use powders, and then I'll usually set with like the powder melt setting spray or like whatever. But if you feel like it's not setting your makeup, then just use something else. But I think it's more geared toward like a refreshing a refreshing, hydrating spray versus like a long wear setting spray, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's just do, I just don't really like eyeshadow anymore. If I'm being 100% with you guys, I don't love it. So I think what we're gonna do is keep it real simple and just set my eyelids. And I love to use my Red Aspen translucent setting powder. This powder is fantastic. It doesn't have talc in it, so it's not drying on your skin. And it mattifies really nicely without feeling like parched, you know? So I'm just gonna set my eyelids with this because we did use creams and we don't want it to start to settle and crease and slip. So I'm gonna just go over top like that, and you can see it just like minimize that shine a little bit. And then I think what we'll do, I actually have, let's see, what's over here? I have another palette, but it's more cool tones. What if we did, what color are you? Juliet. Oh, these are from the advent calendar. I forgot. So those aren't available anymore. Hang on, let me just. See what else I got. Whoa, my cabinet needs to get adjusted. Let's see. What color are you? Oh, that's a Christmas advent calendar one. What if we just do like a blown out brown wing? I know I always do that, but let's use a different color. This is a shade called Philly, and it's like a warmer brown, but it's still like rich. So I think I'm just gonna do a wing. Feels the most, I like using a nude as eyeshadow. Yes, I think a nude is beautiful, especially on the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna use just like an angled brush. And I'm gonna just go up from the outer corner. You can also use like tape or like a straight edge, like a business card or something. And you can hold it up on the side of your eye and do this same thing. And we're just gonna kind of make it a little deeper, and then we're gonna smudge it out. So I go up from the corner, and then I keep my eye open, and then I connect it to the corner. And I do it with my eye open because if I close my eye, you can see it kind of goes boop, boop, boop. So if I were to do that with my eye closed, like connect it, I would open my eye and then it would look like a Nike swoop. So if you want like a straighter edge or a straighter wing, you'll want to do it with your eye open. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Again, this is the color. That smells good. Whatever Hayden just make smells like ramen, but good for a second. I don't ever really eat ramen unless it's like a cup of ramen, and I add like Valentina hot sauce and tahini. Forget it, so good. But has zero nutrition. All right, so there it is, kind of deeper, darker. Then I'm gonna grab, this brush. It's from Ophir. I do have a link for Ophir, but actually, no, I'm gonna use this. It honestly looks like the one inside of my Pilot brush, but I just used it for cream, so I don't want to dip it in a powder, or I don't want to use powder. I don't want to use it to blend out my powder. but I'm gonna go in right on that edge of the wing and just smudge it. So we're pressing on the color and then pulling it. But again, I wanna do it mostly with my eye open so we don't disturb the shape too much. It's gonna give like a nice softness to the eye. See how it's like blending it, but like not making the liner disappear, but it's smudging it into the eye itself. Oh, I think I see. I meant nude lip and cheek as eyeshadow. Oh, the nude lip and cheek. Okay, yeah, it's like a plummy color. Kind of, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I use it on the outer corner and in the crease and the angles lining. That sounds beautiful. Yes, that crossed my mind to use the lip and cheek that I used today, the Dahlia on my eyes, but then I knew that if I did that, I would probably wipe it off right afterwards. Not because it would look ugly, but because I just don't love wearing eyeshadow anymore, and I know it's so depressing for so many of you. I get messages all the time saying that they miss the old Esmiant who used to do lots of eyeshadow. But for some reason, as I've gotten older, I just feel like eyeshadow really ages me and like makes my makeup look heavy even though it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, do you guys like the way that looks? I think it's pretty. Like a nice, soft, easy, everyday eye look. Same thing over here. And then connect it, but with your eye open. And the brush I'm using is actually an eyebrow brush from Grande Cosmetics. It's just the one I always reach for whatever reason, but you could totally use the line brush or the etch brush from Saint if you have those. And when I'm doing this, I'm using like light pressure, like Bob Ross, 3 hairs and some air. Very, very little pressure. And it's just gonna gently smoke it out without it getting patchy because you're moving it, you're pressing too hard, you know? I think I might have done a bigger wing over here. And then I just kind of go back and forth and like build it up, blend it out, build it up, blend it out. What do you think? I think it's pretty. And it's just one eyeshadow. Now, if I wanted to add some extra, I would probably do, or I can if you want me to, I can do like drift eyeshadow on the inner corner and kind of blend it onto the lid to keep the eye like bright, but add a little bit of a sheen, you know? Every time I wear eyeshadow like this, Jory always is like, ooh, your eyes. So I take it, my little soft wings are the move. Aren't they pretty? Okay. If you were gonna use something in your crease, what color would you use with your wing? I would probably use Chai. Do I have Chai in my palette? I don't. Let's see if I have it in here. Chai is kind of like a cooler toned, light taupey. Yeah, here we go. This is Chai. Do you want me to put it in there? I can if you want me to. We'll use the this brush. Let's use this brush inside my pilot brush so that it looks like on the brush. And then I'll just pop that on the crease. Actually, I'll even, look at you. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing, exactly. I'm gonna blend it into that wing a little bit and then pull it into the crease. Yeah, just like that. So it's like a cooler tone brown, but it adds depth to your eye without being too dark. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of marrying it to that dark brown and then going on the edge of the wing and then coming up into the crease. This brush is so soft. Maybe this is what I need. I need to just do softer eyeshadows and not try to do like crazy eye looks because I don't hate this. Try, okay? So I'm gonna go back into Philly though again. Oh, do not fall. And I'm gonna darken this up. Oh, P.S. Are any of you guys reading the books for this month? If so, we're about halfway through the month. How crazy is that? How are we doing? I finished both of them already. And I listened to the first one twice. I just finished it again today. And I think it's one of my favorite books. I love it so much. Okay, just darkening up the wing. So pretty. Beautiful, beautiful. Sarah, you knew exactly what you were doing, my friend, and I love you for it. That looks cutie. But yeah, chai is usually the move for me with like just wanting more depth versus like a bunch of color on my eye. Chai. Chai is the move. Speaking of chai, I could go for one right now. Pretty. Okay. All right, so then, again, if I wanted to go in with like a little bit of sheen or shimmer, I would just go in with like a touch of either, like Cupcake is a nude that would look really pretty on the inner corner, which I'm down to do, or Drift would be more of a brighter shimmer. Stephanie, so just say the word info, need, want, details, or anything like that, and I have them linked. I think I'm going to use the nude one, the matte. And I have them both linked, and I listen on Audible. But the ones that we're reading this month were both fantastic. I fear they're both going to be a re-listen for me. Obviously, the first one is already because I listened to it again. Like, I read the first one, and then I read the second book, and then I, like, missed the characters from the first book. And I was like, you know what? Let's just read it again. So that's what I did, and I finished it today, and it's just so beautiful. Such a great book. Okay. Yeah, that was the move. So this is more of like a nude, brightening, pretty, does it have? Yeah, it has like a tiny bit of a sheen. Do you see that? It has like a little bit of a sheen, but it's not a shimmer. It's like a pearlescent look to it. So just a touch of that on the inner corner is a good move. Okay, I kind of want to take out one of these colors and pop in chai. I'm gonna take this out. Put you in there. And then actually, yeah, I'm gonna put chai in here. See how cool? You can just like do a quick little edit on your palette where are these phantom hairs coming from? And then I think I'm gonna take out this one. And then put in Philly. Try not to stick my fingers in there because I stick my fingers, as you could see, like all the time. But we put in Philly and chai. So now we have a nice little bit of a skosh of warmth in there. All right, so let's do my lashes. So lately I've been doing my old trick. No, the app is free, but you pay for your books. And then you get to listen to them whenever you want. So there are, I can't remember the exact name. There are other places, like through public libraries, I believe, that you can like request. Hold on, distracted. That you can request and listen to books, but you are like put on a wait list, and then you can't read it until it's like available to you. And I just like Audible because I can buy the books and then I can listen to them whenever I want. This is my old trick. I used to do this all the time. Back in the day, if you're an OG, you know. I used to use a blow dryer or a straightener. But I like to warm up my eyelash curler, especially now that my lashes aren't very long. So I've pretty much, I don't use Grande anymore. I've just been using a natural one, which it does work. It's just not as intense as Grande was. So in order to cope with that, I like to warm up my eyelash curler and then curl my eyelashes, and then the curl is a lot more intense. Like, duh, look at that. Yeah. Okay. But gosh, Audible, it is life-changing. I could listen to books literally every single day. Like if that could just be my job, I would be so happy. I feel amazing when I'm just listening to a book. And I listen to it with any pocket of time I have. Like usually if I'm doing my makeup and not on a live, I'll just have like an earbud in or have my headphones on. If I am making breakfast, I made breakfast this morning and I finished the first book for this month. If I'm in the shower, I listen to my book. Like I just have my phone on in there listening. If I am on a walk, I listen. So like, I just feel like you could like read whenever you're still being productive in some way, shape, or form. Versus if I were only going to be reading a book itself, which if you read books, I'm so proud of you. Like I love that for you. But for me, like if I were only able to read a book itself, I probably wouldn't read at all. If not, like I would read very little compared to what I do. So I just think like however you choose to consume the story is what matters. And for me, I love being able to read while I fold laundry, while I make dinner, while I cook breakfast, while I take a shower, while I do my makeup, whatever. So I just love it. And I found this love for reading last year. I read 60 books, which I know for some of you is like, wah, wah, but for me, I've never done that in my whole life. So it was like so magical. It was like a whole new world for me. And I wanted to find a way to be able to read with you guys and it be a part of my platform versus just wanting to hide out and listen to my books all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to talk to you guys about them, like hear your thoughts, like even book recommendations, like all of it. So that's when I decided for 2026 that we would do a reading a monthly read. And I'm only recommending 2 books a month. One is the like for sure read, and then the second one is like an optional read. And I like honestly wish I want to add more, but I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed when they see the list. You know what I mean? So I thought it would be a really good way just to introduce it to even you guys to maybe find like a passion and a love for reading, however you choose to do that. Like my mom reads every single night before she goes to bed. She's done that my whole entire life. And she finishes books not quite at like the pace of some other people, but like the fact that she's reading is just like so amazing, and it keeps her sharp, and you know, it's just like a little escape before bed. And for me, it's like the way I describe it to my husband is that when I'm listening to a book while I'm cooking, I feel like the guy from Ratatouille, where the rat is in his hat and he's just like making him do all the things, but he's not actually doing them. That's how I feel when I'm cooking. Like when I'm done and I serve the plates, I'm like, dang, who did that? Like this looks so good. But it's just because I'm like in a trance, like listening to the book, but I'm still like able to function and do all the other things. So I'm kind of multitasking at its finest. What mascara? This mascara is the Extensionist. It is so good. I have it in my Amazon storefront.
Wow, Mama, you look pretty.
Thank you.
I love your eyelashes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's in my Amazon storefront under makeup. It's the waterproof one. Hi, Diane. Do you have favorite falsies like for a date night that don't damage your lashes? Because I stopped using Grande 2 and I can tell a difference in my length, and it's an adjustment. Yeah, it really messes with your brain, right? Yes, I love these. They are the Falscara Clear Band in, I don't know if this has a style, but they're just like Falscara wisps, and these are the long, medium, shortest. And you use the bond underneath, kind of like a mascara. You curl your lashes, then you put the bond underneath like a mascara, and then you use these little tweezers and you place them underneath. And then I only wear them for like the day, so I don't really use the seal or anything unless like they're sticky. But they also have an overnighter bond that you can buy and use them for like long wear lashes. I personally don't love that. Those are just really good to like add some volume and length without like using a strip lash, and they look really, really natural. I also, if you want like long wear lashes, I love, not Lashify, Flutter Habit. I love Flutter Habit. Okay, so I want to show you guys my skin because I've not set with powder, only my eyelids. And you can see I have not creased under my eyes. And I think that that's really good to see because a lot of people think cream is just going to be messy and creasy and cakey, and this formula is just not. Like, I applied this on my under eyes and I'm not having any sort of caking or creasing. I have like some mascara here, but so you do not have to set with powder. You can, but you don't have to. Unless you have like really, really oily under eyes or like, I don't know, that's it. You don't have to set with any sort of powder. Unless you want to blur. Okay. I think I'm gonna go in with just like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of powder. Only reason, not because I feel like I need to, is because when I let my bangs down and I do my hair and stuff, it'll stick to my face, and I just don't love that. So I like to set with reason. So I, again, am gonna go in with my Red Aspen translucent setting powder, and I'm using the blend brush. This is from Saint as well, and you can see I have pores, like I have normal skin just like you, and I take this and I just press it right over top of where I have those pores, and it just blurs them away. Look at that. Why do I have these hairs everywhere? And then I'll also put it right here. So this is with powder, without powder. And you could blur it even more if you use like a powder puff, but that for me, especially in the winter, is too heavy and too drying on my skin. But if you have like really oily skin, using a powder puff like this would give you even more of a blur. All right, so same thing, pick up a little bit and then pores, powder. Just like that. Isn't that crazy? Blows my mind. I'll put a little bit here. I'm not grabbing more powder, just using whatever's already in the brush. And it blurs my pores here on my head too. But it still has like a sheen, you see? Still reflecting a little bit of light because I'm using like a fluffy brush like this. It's not heavy and like mattifying everything because you want glow to your face. It looks very youthful and fresh. You just want to set with reason, in my opinion. Okay, I'm using a little bit more and going underneath that contour area. Because again, this is where my hair sits and I don't like when it sticks to my face. And it kind of sculpts underneath that contour while also blurring. And then, I was gonna say, did I even blend my chin? You guys didn't even yell at me. There, that's better. Okay, so that is where I like to set with any sort of powder. I don't set my whole face, just with reason. Okay, and then what else? Do we need more blush? I don't know that we do. I feel like it's okay right now. Let me know. I might change my mind in a minute, but I kind of like the way it looks. All right, I'm just gonna clean off my lips. And then okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go in with my lip stain, just because it's what I always do. I like how it's there even after your lipstick or lip gloss has gone away. And it adds color to my otherwise very pale lips. So this is a peel off lip stain. And I have it linked in my Amazon storefront. It's one of my best sellers. You guys love it. And I get messages about it all the time. And this is the color called Plumped. It's my favorite. I like Plumped and Pinked. Those two are my favorite. And then you want to let it dry, and then you peel it off and go in with whatever else you want. You can just do like a lip balm, or you could do lip gloss, or you could do lip liner and a lipstick. And then this will just be what's left whenever whatever else wears off. I want the highlight. Hold on. I have my computer here. It's not letting me open my drawers. well, I guess I will, I'm gonna use, I don't think this is available anymore, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna use it because I have it. This is called Photoshop. It's one of my all-time favorite highlighters. And I like it because it's like pinky and it like marries my blush really nicely. But it's not available anymore, I'm so sorry. A good alternative would be blushing from Unique. Oh yeah, my mom got the lip stain too and she loves it too. Okay. I guess we could just touch up my bangs while we wait for that to dry. I like to leave it on for at least like 10 minutes because I feel like it lasts longer. So let's just touch up my bangs again because after this I'm gonna blow dry my hair. Axia blow dryer from Launch. Love her because she's so lightweight and just she blow dries so fast. It's very powerful but like tiny. I swear it like weighs less than a water bottle. It is so light. Hold on. I like to pull back my other hair. Get it out of the way. Otherwise it's like blowing in my face. Then I gather all my bangs. Does grow very fast. I was just thinking I need to trim my bangs. Crazy. They look really floofy at first, but then they relax and then I'll add like some texture spray and stuff into it once I do the rest of my hair and then they look better, but I just try not to touch them too much and just let them set. Okay, here we go. Is that not so fascinating? I love it. It's like so satisfying. Okay, and then I'll take my paper towel and just clean up any residual stain. And then I'll go in with whatever lip look I'm gonna go for. So I'm gonna use this color. It's from Red Aspen, and it's in the color Rosewood. And it's just a really pretty, like, deeper nude. And then I'm just gonna follow, I'm gonna like redefine the edges. Kind of like a cool tone, purpley brown, if you will. So the stain just kind of gives my natural lip some color. And that way nudes like don't look too pale on me. And then I just kind of redefine the shape and get the color look I'm going for with a lip liner. And then I'll either go in with like a gloss or a lip balm or a lipstick over top. And then when that wears off, the stain will still be there. So I'm not left with like really light colored lips. Okay, so I just kind of fill in the corners after doing the edges. Again, that's the color called Rosewood. And then kind of want to go for like a berry, like a dark color. Let's use this one. I think it's called Blackberry. And it looks very scary, right? But when you put it on your lips, it's more sheer and it's stunning. See? It also is hydrating. I'll swatch it on my hand and show you. The color in the bullet is very deceiving. See how it has like a shine to it? It's like if a lip balm and a lipstick had a baby. But here's the color. And then when I swatch it, it's more of like a sheer blackberry color, if you will. And that's from Saint as well. I love it. I have all of them. I have the Diamonds Are Forever one, which is like a clear one and it has like a shimmer. And then I have Ever Red, which is, it looks rusty in the bullet, but it's actually like a really pretty, like true red, I would say. And then the clear one is just great to put over top of anything. Like, as you can see, I pair it with whatever. And it's like this shimmery lipstick balm. See? It's so pretty. I'll put it right here. And this is literally looks like the Tom Ford one at a fraction of the price. Okay. I love how this came together. It looks so pretty. So that's it. Quick little recap. Saint just started their Valentine's Day promotion. So if you want to get in on that, you can actually Sorry, this was about to explode. You can get a free lip and cheek in the color Dahlia, which is what we have on today, if you spend $60. And then there's new products. There are 2 new 6 palettes, and 6 palettes meaning it's like they look like this. They're like long and thin, which I'm so excited for because I would love to have one to just like keep in my purse. There's been so many times like where after drop off or something where I want to like feel more pulled together and like go to the store or whatever, but I just don't have any makeup on, and I'm like, you know, I should probably just go home and do my makeup, and then I don't end up doing what I'm gonna do. So I would love to have one like in my, wow, you guys didn't even tell me I had something in my tid. In my purse would be so great to travel with just like your foundation color, your brightener color, contour, bronzer, blush, and then maybe like 2 eyeshadows, or maybe another blush, or maybe another lip and cheek. I just said that. Anyway, if you guys need help with anything, I would love to help you. I'm going to get off of here and go record my hair using this new Le Volume. I've had the old one for 84 years, and they launched a new one. It's pretty much the same. It feels a little lighter, but I got it in pink instead of black to like match all my other tools. So I'm gonna blow dry my hair with this and record it, and yeah, I have lots of things like edited. I just need to find time to post them. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a good Valentine's if you do that.